What is going on, you guys? Steve with the video for you today. So today we're going to be doing a player spotlight video, and I know it's been a long time since my last player spotlight video. I believe it was Clayton Kershaw some time ago, but yeah, let's get into a shout out here. First, I want to give the channel shout out to the channel David M. You know, you talk about OGs on a channel. David M is one of my original channels left that is subscribed to me and still follows me on a normal basis. There's not too many left. I know I've said that in the past, and he is literally one that has watched me since the very beginning and has never missed a video. So yeah, big shout out to David M. A little bit about his channel. Massive Chicago Cubs fan, which is why I am giving him this shout out, and it's been a long time since I've shouted out his channel. And he also does a lot of... He's been doing a lot of hockey recently. I can't even say recently because it's been, I want to say 3 or 4 months since he's done his last video, which, you know, that's a whole nother thing with some of my older followers and supporters and friends. Is a lot of them just getting out of the YouTube thing, and it's been hard for me to see, but I also try to think of the positives. You know, it's a lot of the new people that I've met. But yeah, hopefully David will come back strong with the video. He's been messaging me and a few others some of his recent pickups, and he's had some incredible pickups. So I won't say what they are in case he ever tries to make a video. But yeah, you know, it's just kind of shares a little bit of everything on his channel, and I really respect that. So again, a link to his channel in my description. Let's get into some Randy Hundley here, nicknamed the Rebel, who was a catcher many years in Major League Baseball. Right here we got the 1966 Topps rookie card of his, and over here we have the 1971 Topps card with his autograph going right down the center of the card almost. Really love that image on that card. Let's see, Randy Hundley was born June 1st, 1942 in Martinsville, Virginia. And he's still alive and well, currently 83 years old. And let's see into the cards here. Here's one of my favorite cards of his, the 1967 Topps with the All-Star Rookie Gold Cup. And he grew up in Martinsville, Virginia area and went to Bassett High School in Bassett, Virginia. He doesn't have, you know, like, you know, back in the day, they just didn't have a lot of cards. It was literally just one card, and, you know, if they made an All-Star that year or whatever, they had an All-Star card, and not even all of them had the All-Star card. He signed with the San Francisco Giants as an amateur free agent in 1960. You know, back then they didn't have the draft, the Major League Baseball draft. Let's see, he spent a few years in the Giants organization in the minor leagues and made his Major League debut on September 27th, 1964 as a pinch runner for Duke Snider. Out of, you know, everybody, that's kind of cool. And he did not record a at-bat or anything against the Chicago Cubs when he played for the San Francisco Giants. And, you know, the Cubs is who he kind of went on to be famous for. He is known as, you know, the team leader for the Chicago Cubs through the 60s and the 70s mostly, you know, when he played his career. Yeah, make a little more, get some space between what I've shown and what I haven't shown. His Major League Baseball career, he had a 14-year Major League Baseball career between 1964 and 1977. There, that's the 71 with the auto and the non-auto. He had 2 years with the San Francisco Giants, 10 years with the Chicago Cubs, 1 year with the Padres, and 1 year with the Twins. And his Major League Baseball achievements, he was a one-time All-Star in 1969 with the Cubs, and he was also a one-time Gold Glove Award winner in 1967. And he was also inducted into the Chicago Cubs Hall of Fame in 1987. His Major League Baseball stats, he had 813 career hits, 311 runs, 82 home runs, 12 stolen bases, and 381 RBIs. He had a career batting average of .236 with a WAR of 11.6. Those stats don't stand out at all whatsoever. But one thing that many people forgets is, back then, catcher stats were, really irrelevant for the most part. But, Hundley was really known for his defense, as you can tell with the Golden Glove. Really like this 1974 Topps with the traded, and there he is with the Twins. After baseball, he's known to start the first fantasy baseball camp ever, where players, they play and interact and coach with the fans. Recently, Ken's Cardboard talked about it. He did a Rockies fantasy camp, which is really cool. He's got a really nice story to that. So go back and try to find that on Ken's Cardboard channel if you can. And, he was known as a Cubs fan favorite. And his son, Todd Hundley, he had a nice little baseball career as well. I believe he played 14 years in baseball. For those that, know of him in the 80s and 90s. So, yeah, I'm going to round this off here with, he ended his career again with the Cubs after going those other few places. Please go check out David M. Appreciate it, and take care and stay safe, everybody. Thanks again.